No Crysen face, no space. We are into the game. And we've got our bans. Io, Chen, Night Stalker, Beastmaster, Skywrath, standard. Jakiro first phase ban though by Gambit as they open up with a Naga. So, Oracle and Warlock both available here for Empire, and it's kind of giving them the option of one or the other, right?
Yeah, looks like there's about 4 or 5 stable bans, and then the other one's just swapping in between the pool of good heroes that they want to pick, I guess. The Jakiro, we've not seen the ban before, but Empire do run it.
5 seconds remaining.
Strange to see the Jakiro ban over the Warlock, though. I feel like Warlock is the overall stronger 5 position.
But I honestly really like this. Because like, if Empire take Warlock, Gambit can go the Oracle, right? And Empire doesn't want to first pick... Well, I don't think they'd want to... Maybe they do. Maybe they just go Oracle, Beastmaster or something and say, Gambit, take Warlock if you want, and then Warlock becomes a dead hero. Oh, you're right, Beastmaster's banned. But like, Oracle Axe then, for instance.
Yeah, Oracle Axe.
Team Empire's turn to pick.
Okay, so if they were the Disruptor, I guess that's for the glimpse out of Song, you know? The range is longer than the Song AoE, so you can cancel TPs and the likes. So both of these heroes actually good synergy against the Naga Siren.
So they just dodge the whole situation. They're like, no, we put it back to you. So we're going to have both of those heroes completely ignored.
That's a nice Visage pick. They've shown 2 sports that really do struggle against Visage. I wonder what position. Do you know who usually plays the Visage for Gambit?
I'm not sure. We don't really see support Visage anymore, right? So it's going to have to be like 3 or 2?
Yeah. I mean, some teams do run it safe lane. RTZ plays it now and then.
True.
Certain teams do run it off lane. It's quite versatile. I think Naga Visage can be a strong dual lane in the off lane.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of auto attack damage. So
with that Riptide, could be super nice. So Empire, Disruptor, Elder Titan. You mentioned the Glimpse Song mechanism they've got there to cancel TPs to start fights. They've got the makings of a big wombo combo here with the setup that they've got. And laning wise, both of these heroes do very well. I'm wondering what the Elder Titan actually gets up to. Like, does he play that stacking game where he just builds up a camp to like 5 or 6 stacks and runs around and punches for like 300 damage at level 2 or 3? Or if he plays the kind of lane harass, tank up spells and trade hits with the enemy support.
Yeah, it does depend how much he's needed in that offlane. You've got to assume he's going to dual lane with whatever offlane Empire go for. If it's a rough lane for that hero, he'll have to stay there, not get as much stacking done. But
10 seconds
the hero works in both ways.
Second phase bans Axe and PL, so the Axe does get taken out. I like these Lycan bans, though. I'm done with Lycan, by the way.
Yeah, I think these teams just understand that it is a really strong hero, especially when you pick these kind of supports that can just be run at. They're not tanky in any way. Lycan's nice against both of these because he can run outside of the stomp from Elder Titan and stuff like that, so understandable ban. Also the synergy with Visage.
Leshrac ban would have been a nice little hero to go with the Naga and the Visage. Set up from Net into Split Earth, very strong.
Strange ban. Teams haven't been favouring the Leshrac as much anymore, but the setup with Net into the stun is really nice, so understandable again.
10 seconds
and it's still one of those versatile picks, right? Like they could pick it third and not show where it's going.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's a lot about what the meta is. You can reveal a core, but you want them to be able to go at least in 2 lanes. Pango.
Ooh.
That's a new hero.
Super good against both Visage and Naga, right? With Shield Crash.
Against them, good against the ult is good against Naga as well. You can roll into the song, stop an initiation, stop any setup they're trying to do. These 3 heroes really do mess with Naga Song. It's not as good an ability as it usually is.
And you destroy familiars.
Yeah, you do.
You're a Pango player, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Is the hero good?
If you get farm in lane, you can tank up a bit. It is like a menace in these mid-game fights, but the issue is getting those. It's not a great dual laner because it's quite a low health hero. You can't really trade with supports. your spells are quite weak early on as well, so it's hard to get in that lane. Especially when you're playing against an Undying. Drops you to about 300 health with 2 decays, so...
Ouch.
But he could take over this game if he gets the space that he needs.
Ember Spirit.
Ember? Well, I guess you're looking at the two supports and realizing there are no stuns. You can dodge net. Nothing from Visage. Seems...
Yeah. As Visage can't bully him in mid lane, because if they hit 6 at the same time, he can just lay a remnant behind the tower. I think he does struggle in the lane early on just because of the auto attack harass from Visage, but it's not too bad a lane for Ember. I think they just recognise that the Gambit Esports draft really can't stop split push. They have very little catch against an Ember Spirit, so he can play aggressive on these lanes, knowing he can always get out.
It's very much Gambit kind of 15, 20 minutes in, moved, like they're just like, you know, a locomotive. They're just a freaking wrecking ball. They go down to a lane, 5-man, set up, kill tower, try and force a team fight. I don't really do well, you know, with that kind of macro maneuverability. They're decent in team fights, getting themselves in and out.
Playing Undying against split push is... You're just running around the map trying to do something, so maybe that's the way Team Empire are going.
Monkey can give them a bit of catch on the Ember, and of course a lot of physical damage. A core with a stun as well, pretty handy. How well does Monkey do against Pango?
It's really good. Yeah, Pango, he can obviously get away with his Q, but when you've used that at the early levels, you can't show in lane at all. Monkey will just jump on you.
10 seconds remaining.
I think this is a really hard lane for Pango to play in. Undying Monkey King,
5
even
seconds
Naga Monkey
remaining.
King. But if you sacrifice the Pango, maybe your Ember Spirit can, you know, take over. My thinking is, are they going to try and put the Monkey King against Ember? That's a famously bad lane for the Ember Spirit, so if they can work that around, get them against each other, that could be ideal for Gambit.
They've got a few options. Oh, final bans. Brewmaster, actually. Banned out there by Team Empire.
So I think it's an offlaner that Gambit needs. It is most likely an offlaner they've not got.
5 seconds remaining.
Mid lane Visage, safe lane Monkey. And Team Empire likely need that safe laner for themselves, right?
Yeah, most likely. They need something that deals with the Monkey King, I think.
What deals with Monkey King, Crysen?
Nuke damage is very good against him. High amounts of damage early.
Dire team pick.
So do you
So
maybe
they do have last pick.
do you maybe think about like Ember Spirit safe lane? Is that even a thing?
Team Empire.
Yeah, I think Lena might be nicer. You can take down the tomb really quick. Nice amounts of damage. It's not great against Visage is the issue, but you can stun the birds if he goes on you. So
That is the hero I was thinking of.
yeah, if that's the way they want to go, that's probably one of the better ones. If they want to go standard, put the Ember Spirit mid, they can
10 seconds remaining.
maybe take Luna's okay.
5
Struggles in
seconds
lane against
remaining.
Doom though, I think.
I am enjoying the lack of Wind Ranger.
Yeah, not completely ignored in this game.
Yeah. Well, Team Empire got a bit of time here to decide what they want to go in towards. That Doom does get a little bit annoying though. Up against Ember
It's
and your next
Surprising
hero.
this hero made it to the 9th pick.
Yeah.
I think it's a really strong hero right now. Just takes one of your like he can Doom Pango or Ember Spirit, both fine targets. Makes the fight really favourable for Gambit.
Like you genuinely have no idea what roles really any of these heroes are. You can make, you know, pretty good estimates, but the fact that we've seen Naga offlane, we've seen Visage offlane mid, we've seen, you know, Undying used to be offlane, but I guess he's going to be the POS 5 now. But even Doom and Monkey, they could go into a number of lanes. As FN gets himself a Morphling, and Naive will be the Ember Spirit.
So Morphling does provide that nuke damage against the Monkey King I talked about. He's good against the Visage as well. I think the struggle he's going to have, he's playing against an Undying, so the lane is going to be harder. He's going to have to stack a bit more strength than he'd like to. Otherwise, he will just melt.
He's also a nice natural Lincoln's carrier up against that Doom as well.
Yeah, he is. Gambit don't have great ways to take the Lincolns off, so if he gets that in good timing, then it could be really good for Empire.
Gambit really have a very obnoxious draft.
Yeah, they do.
If they can snowball out of lanes, I could see Empire struggling here. I wouldn't... Like, going into this game, I wouldn't say Empire would get, outdrafted or look like they would maybe struggle in the laning stage, but this is very much Gambit coming out and stamping their mark on this game up against Empire.
So they're putting the Monkey King mid, matching him up against the Ember. Like I said, it's a famously bad matchup for the Ember, so I'd expect Disruptor maybe to start mid, help out the Ember a little bit, help him get the first wave. Visage going to the safe lane with the Naga Siren. Also not a great lane for Pango, but I think it's okay.
Monkey is a donkey.
He is. So yeah, they're putting this Undying against the Morphling. Does make Morphling's game a bit harder. You can see he's Morph mostly into Agi, but he's still sticking at around 500 health, so that's just to play against the Undying, I think.
Don't you think he needs a stick early this game?
On the Morphling?
On the Morph, yeah. Like, I've seen a lot of POS1 players, like we used to see the early, Magic Wand builds with the Mango. Then it kind of disappeared for a little bit as the recipe came in. But I've seen more and more people go for Magic Wand builds going into lane, like double branch recipe, and then you buy the stick once you've saved up like an extra 100, like you save 100 gold and you wait for your 200 to come in.
Yeah.
I
imagine he will buy a stick really early.
I guess he feels like the double tangos, the stats you get from the circlet and the slippers are going to be handy. On top lane, Pango. Going to have the Disruptor up here for now. Orb of Venom. I mean, this is honestly where it all began. Was Disruptor, Orb of Venom was FY, right? Or was it Fenrir?
Yeah, I think so.
It was FY. Just run up into the off lane. That was how they took down VP. Pissed them off. Get up in their faces.
It's surprising it's never really been a thing before.
It really was one of those things that was kind of stuck in people's heads. It's the same thing with, like Vanguard and Basher and stuff. It's like, oh, it is bad on ranged heroes, or it's like not as good on ranged as it is melee, so you should never buy it. That's the kind of mentality that a lot of people have. I'll never forget the old Dota 1 days where Viper and Necro, Vanguard Hood was like the build.
How things change, eh?
How things... I mean, Battle Fury Wind Ranger was also the build. Queen of Pain Battle Fury. I'm glad things have changed.
I remember when I first started playing, I used to build Battle Fury on Weaver. So I was like, gives me damage, gives me regen. Best item.
It is. It was. It was very strong. Right, so they set up their lanes with Disruptor Morph down at bottom. Yume going to start off slapping away at Miposhka. Afterlife gets in there with the Infernal Blade. Oh, look at that. Just chunks FN down to, what, half HP with one hit.
Not a fun lane from Morph. Playing against Infernal Blade and Decay as well. Especially without that stick, like you said.
The mid lane. Yoku has the Monkey against the Ember. Ember 4-0. Last hitting very nicely, but he's getting harassed back, and he's really got very limited regen. And he's bigging him up at top. Gonna have to try and deal with this wave. Drag back. Chu and Gostic will be able to aggro their creeps onto it. Oh, range creeper's gone off for a bit of a wander. He's on a mission. Dies to the tower. That's very unfortunate.
It's kind of what you need to do when you have a Pango. You need to scare him those early levels. Make the lane a lot easier for him.
Look what Disruptor and Morphling chase that Undying out of lane and make sure it's not going to be annoying them anymore. They've pushed the wave all the way to the tier 1, but Undying has salved up And he's ready to go again for round number 2.
This is how you play this era. You just get enough regen. Wow.
First blood.
I only caught the very tail end of that when Monkey was on like 150 HP. So I didn't see how it started, but Naive has
I'm
0-1-2
very surprised
build.
with that.
How does that happen?
I think you'd just be able to turn around and trade with him. Maybe he took too much harass in the creep wave, got too low, chased down by the air. Obviously, he has no way to remove the flame guard. Yoki is struggling though.
He really is. I mean, I saw the ET coming in, but I don't think he had any part of that. I think it was just a straight 1v1 outplay or something. I mean, FN down bottom now does get chunked down by the decay. Yume's going to have to walk himself away here because the Elder Titans... Oh my god! Whew.
Look at the decay, look at the strength on Bang. Plus 28 he had.
1300 HP.
Really rough lane from Morphlin. Now that he has Soul Rip as well, he can just...
FN down to 450 HP. He's just agimorphed.
2 or 3 decays, he could die to a Soul Rip.
The lesson
Dire's
learned.
middle tower
What
is
is
under
what? We've got to look at mid. I don't understand. I mean, Yume is getting chased down bottom. It looks like he might die.
Away, 'cause I'm like, there's no way he's going to die again.
Yume soul rip. Oh, one more punch. Chu gets the takedown, but Afterlife facing off against FN. He's put himself in a bit of trouble now. As the Orb of Venom starting to come into play. Empire absolutely outplaying Gambit. Now Crysen, bottom lane. Fair enough. They bring the ET in. Kind of expected that they turn things around. They bait Gambit into a situation which they shouldn't be in just because of the ET rotation. But how does Naive... Like, this matchup is definitely Monkey favored. How does Naive solo
It
kill
should
him
be.
twice?
It must just be outskilling him. I can't think of any other way he does it. I mean, they did nerf the Jingu Mastery on the Monkey, so I know the lower levels, the lifesteal isn't great, but he does have level 2, and he has since the first time he died, so he might be dying again. He's dying again.
This time it's with the help of the ET.
He gets the region. Oh, got the
Naive?
region up. Naive. He has the salve. His mid lane's falling apart for Gambit.
So, like, the only way I see it is if, let's say, Monkey gets 4 stacks up. Ember Spirit's like slight dodging the stick, the Boundless.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, you saw there he had to use the Boundless on the 3rd stack of Jingu. That means you don't heal from the stuff. So you can't get that multiple heal, which is usually the way Monkeys survive in these kind of ganks. Just well-timed plays from Naive, especially. Understanding the strength of his hero, understanding when Monkey's weak. Here's these early levels now. But really impressive that he's winning this lane so hard. Pango doing well as well. 19 CS, which is more than I expected from this hero.
They're going to get a kill here as well. Big Num has the stick. Looks like
Second
Chu.
Astral.
He's got another spirit if he needs it, yeah. He's playing to win. So FN's having a pretty rough time, but it feels like it's more than made up for by Naive and Ghost Stick having amazing times in these other 2 lanes. Sure enough, Visage... Well, I looked away from mid there as the slight chains arrived, and I got very worried. But now he's got Remnant. He's got triple Remnant. He can go for... Like, it's just snowballed, right? He got that first kill, which shouldn't happen. The second one... You know, it's more likely to happen because the first one did, and then the third one is helped by the ET. It's just this domino effect over and over again of this Ember Spirit getting away with absolute murder.
Yeah, as soon as you fall behind from this Ember Spirit, this lane on an even playing field with the same levels, Monkey should win, but there's just no way he can come back into this lane now. He will just get bullied out by the Ember.
Double damager in bottom to refill Ember's bottle as well.
Dire's
He could make a
middle
rotation
tower is under
down to
attack.
bottom lane.
Yeah, these guys feel pretty tanky, so they might play aggressive. So they're going on Maposhka here. This could go badly for them.
Slaps
stomp.
up. Remnant chains.
Gens.
Maposhka
Does the
survives
DD.
barely. Waveform forward. Doom is dead. Yume's trying to get in with a decay, but it's on cooldown for 4 seconds. Glimpse back into the waiting arms of FN. And they've got a shrine if they need it. But it looks like, oh, Maposhka, walk back to base. No. They're thinking about, do we need the shrine? Yeah, go on. Let's pop the shrine. Go and make a play somewhere. Maybe top. Maybe mid. Definitely get Naive active in this with his DD rune still going and 2 remnants remaining. There are kills to be had.
Yeah, the issue that Gambit have now is none of their supports really gank. You know, Naga and Undying, they're pretty static laners, so they have to wait for this Doom to come up. But this Ember Spirit needs to die.
Where's Naga off to? Down bottom. Afterlife's already dead, so that TP will do nothing, and now it's left Yoku exposed. He baits out this time the Sleight of Fist, so Remnant back will be required from Naive to escape, as he does go back towards Fountain. Chu chasing in with the help of Ghost Stick. They're moving on to Yoku with a stomp landing, and that boulder smash clipping him multiple times. Absolutely disastrous for Yoku's monkey. And Ember Spirit back home will be able to regen up and return to lane, and that's exactly what we need. We need the tips. Tip up the monkey.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, about 1,000 net worth lead for Empire at the moment. It's not massive, but they are pulling ahead.
So one hero that we haven't really looked at, because this has been a dead lane, is the Visage. Has Medallion moving in towards the Helm of the Dominator. The timing seems pretty good, but when you are 9 kills behind, I guess you're only 1,000 net worth behind. But do you think this Gambit team is going to be able to kind of rally behind the Visage and actually go and pressure towers?
The thing they're going to struggle with is locking down these heroes, I think. Morphling and Ember both really survivable against their team, so without getting the Doom on them, I'm not sure how they're going to die. Obviously the Visage will have a lot of damage, he will be strong against these supports.
Now you've made another attempt on Monkey. Not happening.
Yeah, just playing aggressive. It's the position you want to be on in this Ember Spirit. But looking at the CS, the Gaia are doing well. That's why the gold difference isn't too massive or anyone. They are winning on the CS war.
Big Num knows he's dead. Tried to go for the dodge with the mirror image, but it wasn't to be, unfortunately. Visage given a bit of free time up top. Should be finishing off that Helm. Yeah, it's on the courier coming across to him now. They still keep this kind of aggressive troll lane down bottom, but it doesn't feel like they've got much kill power. Like we saw earlier, FN just TP'd out away from danger. There was nothing really to stop him. Mid lane.
Yeah.
Ember Spirit jumps away. This time, you know, Yoku, he's definitely showing he's got something left in the tank. Down towards bottom, Miposhka, Big Num, having a bit of a face-off. They've glyphed top tier 1 to deal with a Visage. Things slowing down a little bit now.
Be able to take down this tier 1. It's good for Visage. Ghost Stick is dope.
Oh dear.
Not ideal. You used that in the wrong way, bounced off the wall. Stops the kill being possible in the Visage. That is the most farmed hero as well on the map, so shame they couldn't get the kill there.
Excuse me, Ember Spirit is the most farmed hero on the map. Oh, excuse me, Visage is the most farmed.
Yeah, there you go, I'm right. It's pretty close.
It is
He
very
definitely is for
close.
the Dire team.
Go on, Ember, get in there, in the creep wave.
So you look at Monkey's net worth, he's actually not fell behind that much, he's recovered quite well.
Does Naive get this? Oh, Remnants away.
Now rekindled.
This is where Yoku definitely is very scary. Interesting chains there. I think he was looking for the slight chains. Not, it can't have been. It was on cooldown. No idea what he was
just using his regen rune, right? Might as well use the spell.
Ah, fair enough.
He knows he's not going to hit him, but makes him jump away. He's out of lane now.
Alright, here we come. Visage is ready. Rally behind the big man. He can steal a catapult if he wants, but he's going straight for the kill. Miposhka gone. Rolling boulder coming in. Sleep is there from Elder Titan as Ghost Stick goes for the escape.
Yep, catapult. Forgot to micro it. It's behind the tier 1. There we go. Here it comes.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So this is the correct play. Pushing the towers with this Visage. This is when he's strongest, I think. Making him accelerate a bit more, get those items up.
Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant's bottom tower.
Yoku's dead middle. Even with that TP from Big Num, they find the catch. Ghost Stick and Naive, just so much damage between them. And this has really opened up the map for FN. Like, we've literally not seen FN in the past, like, 2 or 3 minutes on screen because he's been pretty much just AFK farming jungle, trying to get back up into that top pack of heroes. You know, just behind the Monkey Doom and the Visage. And like you're saying, Gambit, even though they're so far behind in kills, they're actually net worth leaders because of the towers they're taking.
Yeah, it's a combination of the towers and just the fact that Monkey has recovered so well and Morphling had a rough lane. So although Morphling's got some space now, he is quite low on the net worth.
Radiant structures are fortified.
We'll grab himself a tier 1
for the
there.
Shadow Blade, I think. Doom recognises he has to go initiation. It's not one of these games where you can go for these, you know, Crimson Guards or Pipes. He needs to be the one getting in there, getting Doom off of one of the core heroes.
So he can't be the big man.
He can't be the big man. He can later, but for now, he needs to be the disabler, I think.
So Undying has to be the big man.
Yeah.
With his stamina. No, he's got. I just looked at him. He's got items on the courier. Don't you worry.
Yeah, it's a sad inventory, but yeah, it gets better soon.
I looked at him and I was like, stout TP. Oh, it's actually the urn for the Naga. I didn't check that. I thought maybe it was more items for little Undying there.
So obviously the Spirit Vessel good against the Morphling, probably what he's rushing for. I imagine he'll go Spirit Vessel into that Meteor Hammer. Reliable lockdown for them.
Miposhka and FN holding high ground. They see the Undying and they'll drag him back into the kinetic field. It looks like a relatively simple takedown on him. Their Obs Ward continuing to give vision very nicely.
Get FN the kill, he's got his Perseverance now. Playing on 362 health.
Very ballsy.
Yeah, good news is there's not really any long-range nuke damage from Gambit. So we can kind of play ballsy with this HP pool. You might die again. Oh,
it's a nice tombstone. Completely zones them out. No way to catch the TPing Disruptor or the Morphling as he swings down towards bottom lane. He might be moving in to the danger zone here though. Radiant Obs Ward does see across. Caught a glimpse of Yoko and Big Num, so FN's got to be a little bit careful with how he positions himself, but he's got just enough vision to be able to see when the Naga comes in to net him.
Yeah, I'm not sure they can kill her. But obviously, shoot, staying behind his Morphling, expecting this gank.
Yeah, especially with that Elder Titan there. FN's the monkey now. So you can turn into monkey, get the 4 stacks, and then turn into Morphling.
And you'll still have the stacks.
And you still have the stacks. It seems absolutely ridiculous.
It's not the most ridiculous. I think the flat cannon one's
no,
good.
This is ridiculous right here. Where is he? Just on a tree, invisible, basically. Roshan time. Here we go. Gambit into the pit.
You've got the Visage, you got the Solar Crest. No reason not to go for it.
Why has he chosen to get a Satyr? Is that to purge off the Flame Guard?
Yeah, that's pretty nice for that.
Is there anything else? Well, Morphling's just died bottom lane to Doom, I guess. Song from Big Num. Trying to catch out Ember Spirit. Roshan on what, half HP? This Song will buy them enough time. Slight chains onto 2 with a Static Storm on top. Very nicely done. Empire going in. Ghost Stick takes down the Visage. Birds are very low HP as well, as the Monkey King up onto the high ground, jumps away, pounces back, but he's been seen. Glimpsed into the danger zone as the Doom arrives to take down Miposhka, but he's surviving here with a stick. Not enough to keep him up and running. And Ghost Stick will have to turn and try to catch out this Undying. Doom is not the best target to go for, but it looks like Naive and Chu, they've both got this under control as they swing through. And what looks like a 4 for 2 across the map. Morphling did die bottom lane, but a good team fight around the Roche pit there from Empire.
Yeah, Doom revealed the Shadow Blade gets the Morphling kill. That's what you'd hope from first Shadow Blade kill. This ward here, by the Ancient, on the Ancient camp, that secured the killer monkey, so that's really good vision from the Radiant team. Obviously not able to get Roshan. They're not really scared of the Radiant team going for it. They don't have the best Rosh heroes, so they can just leave it, farm away from it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This is just like forced to go elsewhere now.
Yeah.
No real easy objectives to take, no tier 1s. So it kind of has to be a bit of a time waste here. Visage wanted that Aegis, wanted to go for tier 2s and try and close this game out little by little. But the wraparound coming in from Empire. Miposhka, Ghost Stick, they're looking for Afterlife. He does have himself a Shadow Blade. Miposhka has Stack Storm and a Sentry there though, so the vision available and Afterlife gets picked off quite nicely.
Yeah, nice initiation. Nice play from Ghost Stick on this Pango so far.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Clearly comfortable with the hero.
Dire's
What's he going after, Blink?
under attack.
Full Crimson?
Dire's structures.
Yeah.
This is kind of the Ice build.
Yeah. When it first came out, the hero, you saw a lot of people going for these javelins. It does make the hero kind of weak if you do get locked down.
Under attack.
You aren't tanky at all, so I actually prefer the way of building it. Getting that Crimson, getting maybe the pipe after that. That Blink Dagger makes your ult so powerful, so you really don't need the more damage, I don't think.
Dire are scanning.
What's Mankey got? Mankey nearly Echo Saber.
Yeah, it's going to help him a bit more effective in fights, farms a bit faster. So you get the slow in the ult still.
He really does seem to be having these really big kind of ebbs and flows to his game, Yoku. Like, first 4 minutes was
Dire's
awful.
top tower is
Then the
under
next, like, 5-6 minutes were very good. Where he was top 3 net worth? And now it's all gone down the toilet again.
I think past 5 minutes he's at about 200 GPM, I think. He is 0, 6 and 1 though, so it's not too surprising he's on that net worth.
Well, Undying tries to come in to take out Miposhka. The trouble is, Naive is there, ready and waiting with the remnants. Clear up the illusions. And over towards the back. Visage and Naga Siren hold the high ground. There's nothing that can stop, like, they've not been able to hunt FN. Like, it feels like maybe Doom with a Shadow Blade, with a Monkey, should have been able to maybe find the Morphling, you know, go in, take a peek, get a Doom, get a kill. But they've been so very focused on having to sit behind the Visage and really, you know, pressure the map, that they don't have the opportunity to use these Shadow Blades as optimally as maybe they would have liked.
You can see Doom in the bottom lane, that's what he's trying to do. He recognises that Morph is probably farming around here, he's got Doom up. He's actually took the Purge creep, so although Morphling will have this Linkins really soon, it's not going to matter. He'll be able to purge that Linkins off.
And Morphling there.
And that will be a death from Morphling. Maybe a deny.
Nice deny. Afterlife played that really well. Like, he didn't know there's a sentry there, but he just managed to go, like, on the very edge, skirted the edge of the sentry to find that Morphling with a Shadow Blade. Very beautiful stuff. And this will open up Roshan, Aegis for Yoku. Grabbed up by the Monkey King. As the runes, they are spawning.
Interesting first sighting from Ember Spirit. Actually went in for the Manta Star. Not something you see typically. It's quite nicely taking off some debuffs, getting out of the Visage stuns as well.
So what can you do? You can dispel. You can't dispel the Jingu on yourself, right? You can only dispel it off Monkey when he's got it.
So I think it's mostly for the net, right?
Yeah.
If they get a net on him, he can be locked down by the Visage stuns. It's a good setup for that, which means they actually have decent lockdown if that happens. But if he can take off the net, then nothing can really stop him in these fights.
And then maybe animation cancel the Doom.
Yeah, exactly. If you've got quick enough reactions, you can buy yourself enough time with that Manta dodge.
Seems pretty good.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's going Manta into Lincoln's.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, interesting.
I guess he's
Dire's bottom
happy with
tower
his
is
skill
under
set.
attack.
He doesn't care about buying damage or anything. He just wants to stay alive.
Yeah,
Reasonable.
It does naturally do a lot of damage with his skills anyway, especially with that
Dire's
damage talent as
structures
well.
are fortified.
The thing you recognise is obviously Morphling high damage core. You've got Pango as well.
Dire's
Good
bottom
damage from
tower
him,
is
so
under attack.
probably feels like surviving is the most important thing here. So actually to let the Dire take the tier 2 top, obviously they've got the Aegis, but good map control.
I keep looking at the top of my screen, seeing 20 to 5, and then feeling like this game is super close. It's blowing my mind.
I mean, they have took a bit of advantage in the net worth. They are a bit over 2,000 up now on Empire, but that's not what you'd expect being 15 kills ahead. It's mostly a combination of, obviously they've only took the tier 1s on the Radiant side. More towers going to the Dire.
Afterlife.
Oh.
Is he going to be able to get this done?
Oh, he dodges it, that's nice. They can
Song
set up the
bottom.
Visage stuns. Yeah.
Tombstone.
Stuns and
Slight
birds.
fist will buy a bit of
he's
time.
not.
That
Might
is
be.
Naive dead.
Yeah, that's enough.
Doom
And
is
be
trying
using
to...
all of his spirits to try and get out of there.
This time the
Doom is
sentry
still-
spots the Doom.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, he's stalking this Morphling. That's what he needs to do, I think.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower.
All of a sudden high ground? Question mark?
I mean, why not, right? You might as well force them back. You have your pipe on Visage.
Dire's top tower.
You've got Aegis on Monkey King.
Empire have started to TP, so they want to contest this. They want to come back and defend. Echo Stomp slows things a little bit. Familiar's still alive, even through the swashbuckle. High ground attempt number 1 comes to an end very quickly. Doombringer still up at top lane, as they didn't want a full-out team fight to break out, particularly their Team Gambit. This TP, though, in from the Ember Spirit. Very aggressive, moves in towards the Visage. And they still don't want to fight. They don't realize that he is literally all alone.
They know they can't lock him down. I think Naive knows it as well.
And they'll take their position up bot lane again. Yoku, how long do we have on this Aegis now? Just under a minute, it looks like. As he's got himself the Echo Saber still. So he had Shadowblade queued up earlier on, but it looks like he's going straight into BKB just to make sure he can survive during his ultimate duration, right?
Yeah, it's just a combination of magic damage on there. Obviously, Pango, BKB just counters his ult. Really important. I think it's just being able to survive and stand in your ult if you do go for that high ground push. Plus, obviously, you've seen the Radiant side taking precautions against the Shadowblade on Doom, so probably best not to go for anything.
Well, they're pressuring this bottom tier 3 yet again. Mid lane Miposhka shows Monkey King might give this one a go. They're pinging it out, and Miposhka will get stunned up for now. Glimpse. Send Monkey back to the trees, but it is the end of the Disruptor as he's brought to his knees. That's a full BKB now for Yoku as the Aegis expires, so pretty nice
Blacked up.
synchronization there. Yeah, you're right, the Doom onto Ember. In comes FN though. BKB from Afterlife. Keeps him up and running through the magic damage, but the physical right clicks, no denies. The net pops the Lincolns. Now FN has a choice, go in or go out. He goes in. Can he get out? Oh, he cannot. Doesn't even get the kill on Afterlife as they lose 3 heroes in quick succession. Well, that is very big for Gambit. They're grabbing this game very nicely.
Both cores going down there. The Doom really playing well this game, catching the cores multiple times. Baits the Morphling in there. Nice play around the trees. Monkey comes in and finishes him.
How many bounty runes do they get? So FN got 1, Afterlife got another, and it looks like the bottom 2 should be for the Dire team.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, Visage is the one buying Crimson. Hey, look at that.
Ah, big man.
He is the big... Look, he's got Pipe, Helm, Solar, and buying Crimson. He is the biggest man. Absolute unit.
And you've got Gravekeeper's cloak. Have fun trying to kill him.
It's impossible, though. Like, what...
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
Does Flame Guard tick through it? How what's the damage limit on...
Pretty low damage, isn't it?
Minimum damage is 50. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't,
Yeah.
right?
No, it doesn't. I think it's about 12 damage each tick of Flame Guard.
Damage per second is 60 for Flame Guard. But you're saying damage per tick.
I think it might be 5 ticks a second, yeah.
Okay.
I know
That's
it's
unfortunate.
4.
Was that the same as Iron Shell? So no, Iron Shell is Oh, that's a nice pick off on Monkey. Song comes a little late. Yeah, I just have to TP away from this. Empire holding on.
Yeah, the gold lead actually on Gambit's side again. Showing kills don't mean everything.
I mean, look at that. Morphling's copying the Ember Spirits build, just in reverse.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
they're
attack.
both really scared of this team, I think.
Dire's middle
They
tower
need more than one
has fallen.
precaution. Lincoln's isn't good enough. Look at Doom in the bot lane. He's gonna
Oh, he's been spotted.
just the chains off himself. Nice play.
Oh.
Really nice from that play.
Like, maybe there, if Naive held the slight for when the chains was coming off cooldown, maybe he scratches a grab. But
Yeah.
Doom is just he's just toying with them.
Don't think he thought about the purge. Most likely what he was trying to force there was a BKB TP anyway. Afterlife doesn't have to use the BKB, so good for him. Alright, Visage is at big man status. He's got that Crimson Guard up.
When's Roshan? Oh, that's quite a long spawn. That's feeling pretty good for Empire. 3 minutes for Roshan to come back up. I mean, that's max.
You see them smoke now. I think it's good. They need to be more retroactive. They can't just let Doom keep picking them off when they're trying to split them out. It's not working out for them. Let's see if this Visage can die.
That's a good song. Big Num. Gonna be able to hold Empire in place as Ghost Stick's the only one bouncing around. Static Storm not looking amazing, but Morphling moves in. Big Num just walks this one off. They've caught the Ember Spirit though in the back end. Naive goes for the Remnant. He's still gonna die though. His chain stunned into oblivion in the back. Morphling's been doomed up. Afterlife has found another grab onto FN. This is all falling apart. Empire, they're crumbling.
Yeah, I think the Ember Spirit goes on the Visage there, expecting to be able to kill him. Not sure if he's checked his items.
Is under attack.
It's not happening.
Unkillable.
He was still at like 85% health. It's definitely not the one you need to be going on.
Now, what now for Gambit? Roshan is a long way away. Not really going to be able to play the waiting game for that. So reset the lanes, bot lane equilibrium, shoved out by Afterlife. They've taken full control over this kind of top Radiant Shrine area in these neutral camps and ancients. People are running out of wards though.
Visage is going for AC.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get tanky, you know.
Well, he's not tanky enough.
It's actually so smart to build it this way, I think. Just make sure you can't die. You don't need to build damage or even lockdown, I don't think, in this game. Get that extra armor added up after, against the ET aura as well.
Haste.
Actually disgusting.
Undying, he's still got his tranquil boots.
Oh, yeah, where Undying's like, oh yeah, it's pos 5, that's right.
Yeah. Arga's got the items.
Vessel and Glimmer on Naga. And I guess something like a Blink next. Actually buys up a gem for
Buys
the
a gem,
team.
yeah. So just wanted to take more map control, make the map smaller, so these split pushing cores can't go quite forward, as far out as they have been.
What does so for me, Gambit have kind of been steadily building on this lead, you know, step by step, building the brick wall, getting there and looking to push high ground with the next Roshan. That's kind of their goal and objective, right?
Yeah.
How does Empire get themselves back into this game? Like, are they on the right track? Ember and Morphling, are they going to scale well enough?
I think, well, since this Doom has got Shadow Blade, every single fight he's managed to get that Doom onto a core. I think the way that Empire are going to win a fight is managing to dodge that. Because every fight, that either Ember Spirit or Morphling seems to be locked down for the whole thing, so they just need to be able to get their spells off.
FN has decided he doesn't want to buy E-Blade right now. He wants to go Hurricane Pike.
That's really defensive build from Morphling.
Feels like he needs it.
Yeah, Hurricane Pike is nice against the against the Monkey King. Maybe forcing him out of his ultimate.
Radiant are scared.
Some stats as well for the Morphin too. Can't. A bit harder to kill than Doom.
Looks like a very easy Roshan though, with Aegis and Cheese.
Dire's
Yeah.
Absolutely no contest. Empire, in fact, all moving down towards bottom tier 2. Catapults are there. And they will be able to grab themselves a tower.
So the Aegis goes to Yoki. He's building up his Skadi next. Nearly has it. Just point booster away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now Empire say, hey, let's go top lane and do the same thing. It feels like Ghostic is kind of the positive on this game for Empire.
Yeah.
He's the
Ghostic
one pushing out all the
realises-
lanes, getting all the farm. And then you've got the other two, Ember and Morphling, who, you know, like if you look at this draft, you're like, okay, Morphling, Ember, they're the big farmers. These guys, they need all the gold, and everyone else must be really poor. But it's just not the case.
I think Ghostic just wants to get doomed in this top lane. You know, he's like, Morphling and Ember, they can't push these lanes this far anymore, so he takes the hit for his team and gets these lanes pushed out. He's doomed. It should be a kill.
They've even got the familiars coming in, yeah. Absolutely right. One dunk. Two
Really
bonk.
good play from Afterlife this game. This is why I was surprised the Doom made it to that 9th pick where they got it. Just seems really good against all of these cores.
Like that positioning as well, knowing where that swashbuckle is going to go, knowing the range on his Doom. I mean, it was pretty perfect, honestly, on the very, very edge of that cast range.
Yeah, he's just reading the enemy team so well. There's no way that Pango wasn't going to try and push that lane. Just waits for it, patient, gets the Doom off.
Might even force a buyback coming in here. I mean, Afterlife is very far away from his team, but the high ground shove is arriving. I'm dying. Oh, it's actually...
She'll just hit this ghost there, maybe.
Yes, glimpsed of... Oh my... Look at that! He literally
Yeah,
took no
doesn't
damage.
matter.
I mean, Morphling is on max agi with the agility adaptive strike, and Visage took no damage.
Let's make this perfectly.
What?
Yeah, combination of Gravekeeper's Cloak and all these tanky items. It's a rough one.
And now they've got Shiver's Guard up on Doom. If he wants to finish it off, even more annoyance that Empire has to deal with.
Life's just crushing this game. So much space for his team.
Are you just saying that because he's an offlaner?
Yeah, very good offlaner. Well done, Afterlife.
It is the best role.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing about it is it doesn't matter too much if you die. Like him going for these aggressive plays, if he dies, it's kind of worth it. You can't really do that on the 1 and 2 position, but Afterlife's just playing aggressive. And obviously he's made about 5 pickups already, so definitely doing his job this game.
Here we go. This time he's taking a little entourage. Naga, very speedy Naga, 548 move speed under this smoke. I mean, ridiculously speedy compared to the other two.
Wow. So yeah, she has Trank, she has the
Vessel.
speed from Vessel, and then the talent as well.
Oh yeah, a little bit of 25 move
She's
speed at
very
level 10.
fast. Wow.
Off we go. Smoke.
The Cheery is the one that gets caught out.
Ooh.
I expect the song, maybe.
There it is. Here it comes. Ember Spirit. Oh, just out of range. Ghost Stick gets up to the little hidey spot as well, so they'll kill off the ET, cancel out that Echo Stomp, and Monkey King, well, not going to get the kill. Afterlife says, this is mine.
Yeah, he's the carry now. Good lad.
Still, though, that felt okay for Empire. They've dragged Gambit all the way to the top half of the map. They're not pressuring towers. They only lose the ET, and they trade out the Song for his life. That feels reasonable.
Yeah, and Doom showed in the top lane, right? Doom wasn't showed much this game, which has meant that Morphling and Ember always have to be scared, but shows in the top lane means FN's fine to push out this lane bot.
But not anymore. Now he's scared.
Yeah.
He's not even farming jungle. He's literally just walking all the way
back to the
home.
base, FM.
He is.
So Visage going for the Hex next.
He's running out of slots.
Yeah, decides not to go for the AC. I don't think he really needs the AC. They're not taking enough damage yet to really justify it, so the Hex can definitely close the game out easier. And dying still very poor.
That's fine. It's allowed Monkey to get Scardy. Looks like he's aiming for Butterfly into the Bloodthorn Nullifier build after that. And a very late Maelstrom coming out. Naive, I think, has now very, very wisely realized their team lacks damage. Maelstrom going to help them out a little bit in that regard. Empire just playing as this pack of 5, but equally Gambit smoke up and maneuver towards top. It's pinged out though. Miposhka signals that they've seen the smoke, and this little observer ward here, I believe, just barely caught the edge of the smoke. One of the heroes was in vision of the Radiant observer ward there.
Empire actually haven't got a kill for over 10 minutes now.
Is it that
really
bad?
Struggling to make, yeah, really struggling. They killed Monkey just before the 29-minute mark. Really struggling to get anything going.
Oh dear.
They're just so limited. Look at it. Obviously they saw that smoke, so that's why they're playing so defensively, but they are very scared. Morphling's gone for the BKB now. I'm just not sure what you can do in the fights against this Crimson Guard.
I think you strap yourselves in and just hope that Gambit's wild ride with his Visage ends sometime soon. Go stick with that Basher. Potentially gives them some kill power over this Monkey or Doom.
Yeah, he's kind of realised he needs to do some damage this game. Expecting one of his cores to get doomed in the fight, so he needs to be that alternative damage source, I think.
Here we go.
Well, this could be a clash, big fight.
It really looks like it's going to kick off here.
This is just walking in, knowing he can't die. They all have to run away.
Yeah, kinetic field thrown in there by Disruptor, try and zone out the dire heroes. Familiar's not chasing forward though, killing off these illusions as they take control of that area completely. As Empire in full retreat have to go all the way back towards top and mid lane to deal with these lanes yet again. And Roshan fast spawn is in 10 seconds, but here we go. The jump in, the net pops the Lincolns, and the Doom pops the Ember. 70 seconds with buyback. Let's have a look. Roshan, 2 seconds. Show us how fast is it going to be. 2.5 minutes again, close to max spawn times. If I was Gambit, I'd be getting pissed off. That's like 5 minutes of their time wasted. But they don't care. They're going to force the buyback here from the Ember Spirit, pushing up high ground onto the tier 3 mid with the catapult that the Visage has kept. Morphling throws a tombstone in as he turns into Undying. It looks like that'll be the end of that.
This is what I wanted you to do on Morphling yesterday, remember?
But I don't have a big brain. My universe brain is very small.
That's right.
You should have told me earlier as well. It's your fault for not saying it at the start of the game. But by the way, you should go level 20 morph attacks. Targets allies.
He's actually got the other talent here. He's not against them. Wait, he didn't. Yeah, his Undying was on our team, so.
Yes, in our game. I mean, if he chose target allies, who would he go with? I mean, you got double glimpse. I guess Ember's okay. Flame Guard. He's got some pretty good targets.
None of them are great, to be honest.
None of them are amazing, but there's some like one spell.
Nice.
Yeah, there's like one spell per person, right? That's pretty nice. This is big. Boulder smash into them all with the rolling boulder forward. The BKB's popped, Morphling's in, and Yume's down. Visage seems unkillable though, as she's being bounced around. Monkey arrives with a double damage rune, bashed up quickly by the swashbuckle and aiming now towards Morphling. The trouble is, FN is out of BKB, no Lincolns, no Manta, and in comes the Doom. Has it on cooldown though, as the damage looking pretty decent. FN has to waveform up to the high ground, but he's chased down, TPing away. The damage not enough, there's no more stuns. Barely escapes with his life. But Gambit, 5 alive, still taking control of these team fights as none of them are killable.
It's amazing no one died that fight for Empire, other than the Disruptor.
Yeah, and dying
Well
had to
to
play
get
back
out.
as well.
Still not good news though. They really can't kill any of these core heroes, even with an initiation like that from the Pango.
I thought that was maybe it for Gambit, you know. Ghost Stick was in, bashing around 3 people, but they just don't do any damage.
They just use BKBs. Doom's not killable, Visage doesn't seem killable. Monkey's really tanky as well now. And you've got the Song on top of all that, so they need like the perfect initiation here for Empire.
What's Monkey got? Butterfly done. So he's
He's
changed his
chewing the
mind.
bottom
He
off.
doesn't want Bloodthorn straight away. He wants that Nullifier first. Oh, that Shiva's just clipped onto
Just
Chu.
it.
Down you go.
They
Empire.
have vision on that high ground. We do see more things now.
Yeah, they sure do. Looks like FN is away. Oh, hey, look, it's Roshan. Good timing.
Finally. Refresher over as well, this one, so most likely give it to Doom.
Especially since he's got BKB and Shiva's Guard.
Yeah.
Double everything.
Oh, they're not giving it to Doom. One of them will take it and hand it over right now.
Double Tombstone.
Yeah, it's good. It's not that good though. I think Doom's definitely better.
They still have the cheese the Monkey's been holding for a long time.
So Naga picks up the shard for now. Cheese on Monkey King as well. They've got cheese on Visage as well, so really strong right now.
Hey, what's happening bottom lane? Glimpse to save themselves.
He nearly got the Doom off on Ghost Stick on the Pangolin. Didn't want to commit the BKB to it, so just gets Glimpse back, they reset.
Gambit only have 1 lane pushing in. This is very awkward for them. I mean, I guess bot lane is trending pretty hard towards that tier 3 Radiant side. But they can't go high ground this time around. Bounty runes. Who cares about pushing high ground? There's bounty runes.
More important. Who needs towers? Yeah, so Doom's got the refresh shard now.
See no evil.
And he's still just lurking around in the shadows. Does Radiant have... Ember still has that gem. Given over to him by Chu, but in comes Gambit. Again, the trio. Undying, Naga, and Doom looking to get themselves into battle. Naive. Away he goes. They jump forward. The stun. Ghost Stick. Gonna go for that rolling boulder. Try and get himself through the trees. He's got himself a TP. Oh, he's gone for the big play.
Nice play from Ghost Stick.
Buys a TP mid-roll. Gets himself home. Very nicely done.
Pretty slow game now. Gambit not breaking the high ground yet. Let's see them try soon though.
Oh, they have to. How long do we have? We've got 2.5 minutes on Aegis. They've got all of their lanes starting to push in. It seems about time. Oh, hello. Shoot. I think we've gone a little bit too far forward. Does have buyback.
Only 50 seconds.
Miposhka, don't, no. Miposhka, you walk, yeah, you walk back up there. That's it.
Back to the safety of the high ground.
Yes. It's not very safe, but it's safer than down here.
It is, that's for sure. I'd like to see them try and make a little bit of a push now.
A little bit or a big bit?
Well, hopefully a big bit, but they seem reserved.
Very tentative.
Maybe a bit nervous of it going wrong. You don't want to open up the map up again for these cores, so understandable that they're happy to choke them out.
Yeah, I guess against Ember Morph, who very quickly can just, jump around the map. Neither of them have boots of travel, to be fair. But they've just got that ability to just shove waves incredibly quickly, right?
Yeah, you lose one fight, your lanes are all going to be pushed by the time you spawn. Resets a lot of the tempo of the game. Commit to Monkey Ult, this is nice.
Oh, he's got the talent, the extra ring.
Radiant's top tower is under
Zones them all away. Glyph is forced. Empire lose their tier 3. Opens up the shrines, of course, but it also does give them a nice little platform to move forward onto this high ground. Gostic going in with the Blink Rolling Boulder. They've killed off Undying, and now they're focusing Visage, but he's so tanky. There's no way they can chase forward. Onto that Visage. FN even has to waveform away, but here comes the song. Big Num. He's set
Double
things
Doom as
up.
well. Double Doom.
Afterlife has Double Doom, and he's got the Stomp as well. Lands it forward with the Hex. Ghostic's caught. Stack Storm is there with the Earth Splitter as well, but it's not going to be enough damage to take down anyone. Undying died much earlier on in the fight as the Monkey King's trying to sprint away here from the Morphling Illusions. Glimpse back in, catches the Visage. He is going to fall. That finally bring him down as the cheese was still in the backpack. Time to retreat. Gambit, they get a tier 3, lose a couple of heroes. Still seems okay for them though.
Invisibility.
Morphling's getting to the point Drew is going to start doing right-click damage, so this Visage not looking quite as tanky anymore. Oh, Afterlife. Yeah, there's no way to cancel the Lincolns now.
Big Num does.
Did he get the strength north off? He did. Yeah. The Spirit Vessel, so the effectiveness is... looks like he will survive though.
I got the Lotus Orb on him as well. Get rid of that Spirit Vessel. Naive still chasing, but the Song... are they thinking about turning this one around again? There's no mana on Doom. Big Num's got nothing left. And that gem being held by the Naga Siren maybe should have changed hands there into the Doom's pockets. Big Num, long duration stun, but look at how scared Empire are playing. They don't want to chase the Naga because they don't think they can kill her with full strength Morphling, and also the fear of who's sitting behind her.
Yeah, they're just playing it safe.
Tax bounty.
You can tell these are important games for both teams, not taking any massive risks. Clearly the possibility of TI is looming.
It's looming. Who got all the runes? Very important. It was.
You get
The
3.
I got 3, yes. Oh, my reaction times are so godly. I managed to mute before I sneezed.
Radiant
Ha! Oh, that was a big one as well.
Professional.
Very skilled button presser. I have to reach across the desk as well. Nearly knocked over a glass of water, coffee mug. Oh, Yoku. I'm still going to get Miposhka here for sure, but in comes Ghost Stick. Miposhka dies, and then comes FN. He'll take down the Monkey King. FN's very big with that BKB shining golden. The Song is there though. Big Num looking to swing it back around with a buyback from Monkey. They want to battle this through the Stomp. Oh, not timed perfectly there. Afterlife misses out on the timing with the Song. They've still got the net onto ET, but the Force Staff away buys a bit of space, but Monkey arrives yet again. Damage dealt. 5 alive for Gambit with only 1 buyback here from Empire. But they want to keep this Monkey nice and safe with his buyback expended. Cheese still in hand. And they're having some difficulties using the cheese though. The fact that it's always in their backpack.
Yeah.
Radiant's top
These
shrine
fights are sloppy from Gambit now. They're losing the lead that they had. They're just not able to hit these stuns at the perfect timing. They weren't able to catch Ember Spirit. It is difficult. His escape is almost instant, but they should be able to hit the Morphling with these Centaur stomps.
True strike on Ember Spirit.
Okay. So he knows that, obviously, Butterfly on Monkey King.
I guess the Solar on Visage as well.
Yeah, I think he's just thinking late game more than anything. You know, he's going in for the me on the now.
He has a full Scythe of Vice as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's an interesting build on these Embers now. A lot of them are going for it. It's because you can actually use it during the Sleight of Fist, so it makes the range on it really high.
Speaking of Scythe of Ice, Doom, a fully completed one. That does leave him without buyback though. And Monkey used his, Doom doesn't have one. This is one of those situations where if Gambit lose the next team fight, they could potentially just lose the game.
It's a danger now.
But maybe that's the situation they're in anyway, right? Where they're losing steam, they need a team fight to win, or they need a team fight to lose.
Yeah. They need to break the base. They're struggling. They're not even taking the Shrine bot, which is probably their next objective. But
15 seconds, boys. Don't leave now. Stay. Yes, Miposhka's telling him stay. Sit. Elder Titan. Sit. Oh, okay, Miposhka will scout it then. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Now here comes you, mate. Already scouted out with that ward high ground. Slight. Static Storm misses. Song will be here as well, but Undying, he's going to get a chance here maybe to cast some spells. Incorrect. He'll have to buy back to do so. Tombstone on Death still placed though as they catch out this little Ghost Stick Pangolier hiding in behind the zombies and the tombstones, but look at how tanky he is. We've been talking about Visage all game, but Ghost Stick is close to unkillable, forced and swashbuckled, and now finally dies. Slight misplay there. If it was a teammate that force staffed him, I think it was Morphling. Put him very far out of position.
Undying uses the buyback there, but secures the Roshan. I think the Pangolier hit the shield crash on 4 heroes there, that's why he took no damage. 72% reduction, so not surprising.
Your shrine has fallen to the dust.
Immortal!
Loaded to the gills.
Well, Empire, time to hide in your base again, is it? What do we have? Moonshard. Visage buys out a Moonshard. Cheese on Undying. Monkey has Aegis and Cheese. And Doom, of course, with that Refresher Shard.
Visage gave the Moonshot over to a Monkey, did he?
Yeah, so he did.
So, Visage is a critical mass pretty much, not really anywhere he can go. Could trade the Solar Crest for something else now that there's the True Stoic on Amber, but and the MKB on Morphling as well, so that's probably where he'll go.
Would you buy like a Deso or something? Like, you just want to end the game, right?
You do, but you've got to think about how you're going to win these fights. I wouldn't hate seeing maybe a Refresher just for double Burrs and double Hex in a fight.
Makes a lot of sense. Finally, Arax falls. Ranged, and then melee. They were holding the glyph there for quite some time. Finally forced out.
Tango doesn't want to buy back. They might commit Monkey ult here. No, don't need to.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
They should force a BKB with the glimpse if they can.
Very nice glimmer though.
There you
Oh,
go.
can you leap this? No, he can't.
He doesn't have
BKB
Aegis.
being held, still has the Aegis. And there it will go. And Pangolier with that little thundering ball in. Not going to find the opening he wanted.
That's
buyback.
good news for Gambit. They finally broke the high ground, got that racks down.
And they still have Shrine Bot to take as well. And many bounty runes.
Radiant are
Oh, they're
scanning.
back
How
up
do
to
you favour it
17,000.
Mega late game, who do you favour?
Coin flip.
Coin flip?
No, I think Radiant. It's just I don't know. It's just one of those games where like one team fight ends the game if you don't have buybacks. So it's just
When you
down
have
to like
Doom, it's all dependent on getting that Doom off late game, I think.
yeah.
If he gets even one Doom off on a core, then Gambit are definitely favoured. But if he struggles, dies first in a fight, Radiant do have the advantage, I think.
It's a hard game for both teams. Like the mental strain that Empire must be under.
Yeah, I think they both know that one bad fight and they could just lose this game. So
Radiant's bottom
that's why we're seeing a bit more
shrine is
conservative
under
play from these teams.
Remember how I said everything was going quickly, and then we've had an hour-long game, game 1, and an hour-long game, game 2 so far? I can't... Was this the game that started, like, 10-3?
10-3.
As in score-wise, like, where Empire ahead by,
Yeah,
like...
they were like 20-4, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one that the kill advantage was to Empire, but the gold was even.
So I forgot if that was this game or last game. Yeah, again, that plays into like Empire being ahead like that, having the kind of kill score in your advantage, feeling like you're gaining, and then just being stalled and stuck, and not being able to do anything. Like everything's out of their control. They kind of have to wait for Gambit to move to them. They've got to wait for Gambit to make mistakes. It's super rough.
Both teams are just waiting for that perfect fight.
Or the perfect DDoS.
Yeah, 1 of the 2.
Oh, Team Leviathan qualified for regionals. I missed that announcement.
You are going then?
That's the one with the BSJ in it, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Very big. Skilled gamers. Why does your name have a Berg in it? Why are you Crysen Berg and not just Crysen?
It was a Breaking Bad reference. It was Heisenberg. But there was a meme where he's crying on the floor.
Uh-huh.
And just took that, mate. Stole it, Copyright.
You just stole someone's meme and made it your name?
Yeah, and it was too long, so I shortened it, but
I mean, I did the same thing, to be honest.
you've had about 20 names, so.
Well, I've literally had 2 names.
No, UB casts.
No!
Lie to me.
That was my God damn it. That was my Twitter handle because I couldn't take any of the ones I wanted yet. I'm still waiting for Gareth Bateson to be opened up for me.
What, you now, Gareth casts?
Yeah.
How do you change your Twitter handle?
You have to go into your settings and change it. You're gonna go do it now, Crysen Totem.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Quickly, you've got 5 minutes. You've literally got 5 minutes before the stream catches up and someone else tries to steal it from you.
Where are my settings? Huh?
What you got? Right, so you go to
Found
Twitter.
him, mate.
Big.
Don't you worry.
Nicely done. Well done. To be fair, in Dota 1 I had like 50 names. But in Dota 2, I've had 2. Not counting Steam profile name changes because they're a meme. Ray of motherfucking Sunshine. Very strong username.
You'll have to change it on the stream now.
Double damage.
Change
No
what on the
longer
stream?
Crysen.
Oh, you want to change it?
Oh, no, I'm not bothered. I'm just saying.
Have you actually
longer
changed your
Crysen.
Twitter handle?
I have.
2?
It's Crysen Dota.
Right, I can change it on stream then. I'll just delete the Berg.
Yep, get rid of the Berg. It's
Update
gone.
information. Very big. An error
Let it
occurred.
die.
Can you just change your
Go.
name to Crysen Dog?
No,
At Crysen Dog?
I'm not.
Why not? I can't update the stream title. It's saying error. Error!
It
doesn't-
doesn't. Finished on Pango. Interested.
On Pango? So he didn't sell Maelstrom to go into a big item.
He didn't. I think his thinking is if he can get the shield crash off, like he did in that Roshan fight, get the Miola on him, he's going to do a lot of AoE damage. But he's not that tanky, actually, if he doesn't get a big shield crash off.
Miposhka's got 3,000 gold saved up. Just look at him farming on the opposite side of the map. Nowhere else to go, nothing to
Just
do.
go in for an Ags?
Must be, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, he's still not coming back to base. Roshan fast spawn in 3 minutes.
Are scanning.
Aegis going to expire any second now.
Radiant's bottom tower
Gift
is
from
under
the
attack.
tempest of battle.
Oh, look at that, a tome. Wait, who's not excuse me, who's not level 25 yet? Doom! He's just been
Doom.
waiting in the trees the entire game.
Oh, he has been.
Infernal Blade damage, you reckon?
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't have the items for Cleave.
Let's go through this one by one, actually. So ET is miles away. He's level 16. He's like barely just got his level 15 talent. Don't care about him.
Damage, then split it cooldown.
Don't care.
We don't care.
Don't care about him. What did you say? Stomp damage and split a cooldown. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
the spell ones.
What do we have for Pango? So he went for Swashbuckle cooldown. I guess to just clear the shit that Visage has.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Disruptor, GPM, very. Oh, that's where all his money's come from. Is that big GPM?
Radiant are scanning.
They
Kinetic
probably
field
take the
generation?
kinetic field, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Morphling. Cool, I guess. Double waveform.
Yeah, pretty standard. Remnant charge time on Ember, standard again.
So what does that make it? Charge restore time
10.
is 10.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
It's already reduced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Undying. Oh, he's got the tombstone. Oh, he's gonna go reincarnation. Of course he is. Yeah. Very big. We saw Doom already. Naga Siren. -6 Riptide armor. Very big. Monkey King. He's already gone the ring. Visage. We've already seen he's gone the cloak. He didn't go for the +1 familiar. Just went more tankiness.
Yeah.
It's got to the point where it's not just double down or triple down. He's like sextuple down on tankiness.
Yeah, he has.
But now he's got an Orchid. Nearly has a Bloodthorn.
Monkey's got positioning on the tower. I do take these towers quickly with
Radiant
Visage.
structures are fortified.
What's fine.
Oh, there's another easy tier 3.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
BKB still being held. No Aegis, though. Remember, Yoku pops it early. Makes sure that he can stand his ground. FN in trouble. Doomed up. Got the strength morph off. And with that BKB going, oh, he's still going to get absolutely shredded. Buyback forced. Rax still falling. And in the middle of all of this, there is a little piggy and Ghostic. Unfortunately brought down. The double buyback into Song now from Big Num. Holds them all in place. Yoku has to be careful. Still with that cheese, move from backpack to inventory, has it to go, but the Abyssal Blade caught out and 2 will fall. Dead Undying and Monkey King with buybacks available, but FN's Morphling starting to go to work, clearing through the creep wave as he pushes forward, looking for this Visage. Naive. Oh, dearie me, doesn't catch, but they'll still be able to find him in the trees here with a stun. With a stun, they've got him as well. Visage will die, slowly but surely. Tickled down as Empire hold their high ground, double buyback, and they lose that tier 3 at bottom.
Really good fight by Empire. You saw the benefit of having the AT against the Naga Siren. They got the song off, they try and retreat, but they're all clumped together, so they get stomped by AT. Turns the fight around, they're all controlled. Song ends, and they all die.
Aghanim's Disruptor. I didn't see it do anything in particular that was amazing, but he does have it now. As Roshan, is this another bloody long spawn? 1 minute and 15 to go.
This will be a big fight in the next Roshan, I imagine.
Oh, someone in chat is counting Gary B as one of my names. I don't accept that. That's a meme.
Your only name.
That's a meme gone wrong. Gary B is a meme gone wrong. I mean, you know,
Spirit.
Top shrine.
I put out that April Fool's thing on Twitter earlier this year, and my mum fell for it. My mum was on
What'd
Twitter
you say,
like,
you were changing your name or something.
yeah, she was like, oh, you're calling yourself Gary B? That sounds like a BBC One DJ or something like that. And I was like, Mum, please.
Mummy Bateson.
Mummy Bateson, yeah.
Bless her.
Radiant are scanning.
She follows me on the Twitter. So does loads of my family. It's real awkward. One of my aunties does, my sister does, my dad, my uncle, one of my uncles, my mum does. So I can't flame my family anymore on Twitter. I'm gonna start blocking them. It's half the time I just want to be like, I can't handle family, guys, and that's what my Twitter's meant to be about, is me whining. But I
Very
can't.
supportive, you guys.
Huh?
They're very supportive.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a private
Yeah.
account and flame them on my private account.
Ah, okay.
Oh, here comes Ghost Stick. He's seen the Undying. Poor little Yume. He's eating a cheese, but it's not really done anything. Ankle's broken. Double tombstone down. In comes Afterlife with the BKB going. Lincoln's pop. Doom is there. They've got the Morphling. Oh, FN's in trouble. Static Storm is not going to do a damn thing, and I think that might be game. They've got the song in. Afterlife Stomp in 3. I think this should time up quite nicely. The jump away with the Remnants from Ember Spirit does get him a bit of distance, but they're losing too many heroes here as they're hexed up. Poor little piggy, Elder Titan rooted up and slaughtered in front of his family. Triple kill for Yoku as Gambit look like they might just sweep this game at long last.
That's what Gambit have been waiting for, that perfect fight. They catch the Morphling, get the Doom on him. Doesn't have buyback.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'd be impressed if they can hold on Empire.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Another Hex Disruptor, the buyback into death looks like it's about to happen. No follow through though from Gambit. They're sticking around trying to deal with the buildings. Naive.
They need to just hit these buildings.
Monkey King's brought back and they've quickly realized that they need Monkey here. Naive has another slight, has more chains, jumps around again, but hexed up and dead. Buys back as Ghost Stick runs around in circles. A bit of a merry-go-round there for the Pangolier Rolling Thunder, but buildings have fallen.
Finally,
Another
they're
lane of
actually
racks.
Middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, they'll go bot. It was a bit sloppy that the Ember Spirit is good at holding with this charge respawn talent. But
I mean, Monkey King's not allowed to die here. He has bought back. Jump in and they're focusing him. Yoku BKB's up. The song allows them
he
to
does have the
retreat.
cheese. They should get that range tracks, but it's really bad they can't get that range tracks.
Especially with the glimpse back now. Catching that Visage with the additional Hex. Visage will fall.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Good hold by Empire. With they only had 3 heroes. Ember Spirit did a lot of work in that fight, but they are only down to 1 range track, so not looking good. So they used buyback on Ember Spirit there.
Elder Titan is the only buyback they've got.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good one to have. He does delay these pushes, but when it's only 1 range tracks, can't see it having an effect.
Well, the one thing Empire are very good at is clearing out these waves, to be fair. FN and Naive very strong.
Going aggressive. Should have a glimpse here.
Got the Undying.
So it gets the team down.
And he's going to get his second one on death as well.
Second team.
Double Tombstoner out. Oh, they've killed FN. Is that just... He's been doomed. Yeah, he's died to Doom. They hexed into Doom. Chu being chased down, but he'll find some way of escaping. Ghost Stick on the other side of the fight. Oh, that's a good stack storm in from Eposhka to buy some time. As the lightning procs from that Mjolnir. Bouncing back and forth, but still, with Morphling dead, Chu forced to buy back.
That's their last buyback used.
Team Empire, not much left in the tank.
This might just be the time to fight. There's no Doom. They can't let them get to the base.
In comes Naive. Visage arrives with the Bloodthorn Hex.
Oh,
Big
nice
Numb
stop.
gone. They'll trade back Chu for it though as the BKB Doom arrives, and that is Ghost Stick on high ground. Now 6 feet under. 2 minutes.
After I finished off that refresher orb. Gets the second Doom off. Nearly got it on Ember Spirit, but Naive was fast enough to get away.
And now they get the 4th Roshan. Or 5th Roshan.
Yeah, they take it fast enough. They can take this, run down to that bot lane, get that Rax, finish that up.
I mean, they might not need to. The creeps are doing it. Miposki
Yeah,
can't
true.
defend against this. This isn't even mega creeps.
No. Luckily, there's no catapult, so that shouldn't die quite yet, but
There we go. Ember Spirit saves the day.
it feels inevitable now.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Now our Illusion's going to take Megas.
Radiant's bottom
Losing your last racks to illusions like that. Oh. End it.
But what can they do if they go on those Illusions and then there's 5 people behind that? They've just got to let their Rax fall.
Gambit prepping to end this game.
The bottom lane. No sentry in this bottom lane. Probably the right way.
No Pango for 35.
Patience from them.
Ember just bouncing around. There's just no out. Like, ideally they want someone pushing top lane, but if someone pushes top lane, they die and they lose.
Yeah, definitely.
loaded to the gills.
Another quad bounty rune for Gambit. I feel like they've got so many of these.
I'm queuing up a rapier, realising that's probably the only way they can come back into this. But he does have to save buyback, I think. He does have that now.
Hey up. Where's Ghost Stick going? Why is FNB KB'd? What? Test? 1, 2, 3?
Naga Siren baited, I think.
Deary me.
I think they're just scared of dying now. They know one death on a core
Radiant
probably means
are
the end.
scanning.
Morphling and Pango do have their buybacks back up, so.
Miposhka showing Big Num who's boss. Ember with a full Octarine core now. We'll see how that pays off for him. What do we have left from Roshan? Refresher, Orb, and Shard on Doom. Aegis
Cheese on-
and Cheese on Monkey, and then Cheese on Visage.
Yeah.
For another 2 minutes 20 on the Aegis. Oh, and a double damage rune spawn bottom as well. Go on, Yoku. No? How does a Monkey King walk past a DD like that?
He knows it's there for another 1 minute 30. That's most likely the reason.
I guess what? They just push out all lanes, try and get ready for the actual fight.
Yeah, if you have a better chance to start a fight in the next minute and a half, then you can leave it for that. There's no need to have a DD right now.
Undying's tombstoning creeps. He's definitely not fighting.
He wants his 25, I think. They have a tome? Ah, it doesn't show.
You can't check anymore. You used to be able to check wards, smoke, and tomes, but they broke it. It's very sad.
We'll assume they don't.
I mean, he's got enough money, right? So
Yeah, he just needs that 25. 14 centuries on the courier for
Visage, yeah. I was just looking at that, thinking, hang on, 14 centuries, but they have a gem. He's just buying them just because he can.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to go anywhere else with items. He needs every single one of these, so probably get a moon shard for himself. We'll save the buyback first.
The Death Star not looking too pretty right now. It's got a big hole in it.
Yeah.
Rebel scum have been very, very naughty boys.
I
Okay, so he picks up the DD. Like I said, just before that, it changes. Gets the Arcane as well. That's what they were waiting for.
The double rune abuse.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? There's a guaranteed rune every 2 minutes at each spot now, so you get two of them, might be the edge in the fight.
74 minutes and 20 seconds, 34 to 33, and this is where the game will start to end. FN doomed, bashed, Abyssal bladed up, buyback ready, but I think, honestly, they might just call it. He does buy back now, trying to bait them in a little bit deeper, but here comes Gambit. Ghost Stick trying to bounce around with that Rolling Thunder. FN's going to move forward to kill off the Tombstone, but it doesn't look too good. Yoku's BKB. DD still going to work as the Stack Storm will land, but down goes Miposhka, immediately blown up. Naive trying to bounce himself in and out of this fight, but he cannot do a
did
damn
miss a Doom onto a Lincoln's on the Pango, so he refreshes again. He had the shard on the orb, gets it on Morphling. That should spell the end of the game.
Morphling stuck in the fountain from here on out. There's Aegis popped. Naive, Ghost Stick, and FN. Yume's there with the decay, and he will die. Drops another tombstone. It will be the throne falling though here as Empire holding on for dear life. 35 to 36, but this is looking pretty over. Do they have a way to kill the Morphling? That's the question. Afterlife jumps in with the stomp, has a hex. Silver Edge as well, going forward. They've hexed up the poor little Morph, and down he goes. That should really be the signal of the end, unless Naive can pull out some miracle. I think this is all over with a hex. There it is. 4 heroes dead from Empire and no way to come back into this game. GG is called, and Gambit take the game. And what we were saying earlier, with everyone beating everyone else, we're going to have some tiebreakers in this, I'm sure.
I think Gambit thought of one of the weaker teams in this qualifier, but
yeah,
sure, and against Empire, they've got what it takes to beat any of the teams in it. They played really well there. It was a bit slow, they were a bit nervous, I think, going up the high ground a few times, but they were patient, they waited for the fights they needed, took control of the game in the end.
I mean, so far, Team Spirit is the only team with 2 wins. AFK, 20, Vega, and Fly to Moon are currently the only team with no wins. But then you've got like 4 teams with 1 win each, which is going to start progressing into
Like I said, this is one of the most competitive qualifiers for sure. All the teams seem so close. Slight edges to certain teams.
An absolutely bizarre game from start to finish. I mean, Gambit. Yoku in the mid lane, what, 0-4 at like 6 minutes?
0-6 at 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Or something like that, yeah. He died a lot.
Big tragedy. It really did.
It was a rough lane, but they kept up well in net worth. It was impressive. They did die a lot in their lanes, but the net worth difference was never that much.
Oh, great play by Gambit, swinging things back around. We will take a short break as we get ourselves through our 7 best of ones. Was that number 4?
I believe so, yeah.
So we've got only got 3 more. We've got to make these count, Crysen. We have to make these count. Gambit up against AFK 20. No, that's incorrect. Team Empire up against AFK 20 will be our next best of 1. Then it's Gambit AFK 20, and then it is Espada AFK 20. So we're going to see 3 AFK 20 games in a row coming up in just a little bit. Short break, and we will return.
Great.